Hello everyone, and welcome back to ExQueeriencePoints Starfinder, your favorite queer Starfinder podcast. If you love our show, we hope you'll rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you consume your podcasts. Every review brightens our day and helps new listeners to find us. We don't pay to advertise any of the podcasts on the Experience Points network, so we hope you'll recommend us to your friends and just about anyone. If you'd like to support us, we hope you'll consider joining our Patreon. We would be lost without our patrons. You keep our mics on and our dice rolling. We've got some great rewards, so check them out at patreon.com/experiencepoints.
Up. Now my volume is up. Hello! Welcome everybody to our Saturday stream for Starfinder.
Hello.
My name is Kenny. My pronouns are he, they, and I am your GM storyteller person. And with me is this amazing, fabulous cast. Hello! Kelrick, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Kelrick. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Thrani Ecos, a Patra witch warper, and their pronouns are also he, him, and they have their trusty tiny animal companion Squawks named Shimsy, whose pronouns are she, her.
And Steph?
Hello, I'm Steph. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Navu Paleglade, our... Oh my goodness. Now it's moved. It's no longer PB, it's me. I will be playing our Goran Solarian Navu Paleglade, whose pronouns are she, they.
And Mackenzie?
Hi, I am Mackenzie. I will be playing Dr. Joe Pepper, our human celebrity doctor extraordinaire. On paper, she is a icon envoy, but yeah, that's me.
And Peavy.
Hi, today I'm playing Yi, an Asoki operative spacefarer, who both mine and her pronouns are she, her.
Welcome everybody. We are all awake, obviously. We have no need of coffee or any other stimulants. Not true. Fully need all of the stimulants. So, who remembers what happened last time?
I do.
Awesome!
Oh, was there more you wanted from that?
I mean, we can just sit here in silence and stare at each other on our Zoom chat. That's fine.
I'm into it.
That's some great Foley work we're going to have then. So, last time on Experience Points, we decided that Dr. Joe Pepper, being as charismatic as she is, would enter a police station where we believe Nib to be held and put on a, how would you describe what you were doing? What kind of workshop? A team building thing?
It was a team building and workplace. What was it? Workplace
sensitivity,
morale. Yeah,
yeah.
Workplace morale and some workshop that I don't know.
Yes, and so we got past the amazing volunteer skittermander. Well, I guess it's volunteer cop who happens to be a skittermander. I guess you don't volunteer to be a skittermander. So,
I mean, I would totally volunteer to be a skittermander.
We got past them and into the conference room where there is a lieutenant who, thanks to a couple of lucky rolls, is indifferent to us rather than hostile. Yi made it a convincing argument to be allowed to just wander around the jail by herself by saying she had to go to the bathroom. A very clever ruse we had there. And searched through the area, found that there's an Akeshti in one of the cells and the rest are empty. So no one's being transported here, apparently. We did see that on the opposite side of the jail from where Yi is, Nib is being held. And we learned that Dr. Pepper and
Therese.
Therese both dated an Isoki, and who seems to be rather patiently waiting in this room with a lovely, calm mural of some sort. And we are unsure whether we are going to attack this fine lieutenant or not, but Yi knows that they need almost medically, like insurance should cover the cost of Yi getting the flamethrower that the lieutenant has. And Shimsy and I are 99.9% certain that their Doshko is the perfect gift for our favorite Solarian. So I see a fight in the future whether we want it or not, because these gifts are very important to our crew. And I believe that's pretty much where we're at. He has rejoined us in the conference room, and that's what I recall. Does anyone have any other gaps to fill? Okay.
Perfect. No, that was a great recap. Yeah, so to paint a verbal picture, you all are in this conference room surrounding a very large conference table, very long. In the middle of the conference table is a hologram map image of Asana Town and the adjoining bubble of clear light. You see red markers on the map, and Lieutenant Ewan is there kind of diligently going over records in his computer, his personal tablet computer thing. And he's been patient thus far, but he does not seem the type to be incredibly patient. So he kind of clears his throat. Are you finished with setup? What are we waiting for?
Well, we're waiting for more people, unless it's just gonna be you. Or...
Right now, we only have the guards outside, myself, and Mims.
Well,
like what guards outside? I didn't see any. Did you see guards outside?
Typical. Ugh. Why are they not in their posts and alert? This is what you get for recruiting from everyone instead of getting the best. This is why the Brass Dragons are a part of this organization. They keep this in line.
do you need to go check on them, or?
What were you saying? Oh, saying PP?
I'm just like behind him, and I'm just like.
I start nodding very slowly. I'm like, yes, your little pantomime of shooting and cutting their throat, and I just slowly nod. Like I'm listening to their story, but I'm looking directly at you. Got my little paw hand on my chin, and I'm just like nodding. Yes, that does sound like a good idea. You should check on them.
I'm just like going through everyone in the room. I'm just like, are you okay with this? Okay, you good? Okay, how about you? How do you feel about this?
As soon as Dr. Joe Pepper says something about checking on them, he's like, roll. Are you going to try to make that a persuasive argument, or?
Sure, why not?
Yep. So roll diplomacy, I guess.
Cool. Let me check my.
And I think you still have that +1.
Oh, it's fine.
From last session, because I'm pretty sure Thronny cast Charming Veneer.
Mm-hmm. I did go through and I keep going through every 10 minutes and renewing it on everyone, just very calmly judging it.
All right.
Just checking it.
Then my diplomacy is a 22.
Oh, yeah. He looks around, he's like, well, just don't touch anything. And he turns around swiftly. E, what are you doing?
We gotta unlock this door, right?
Yeah, we have to unlock the door. Honestly, you're right. You're valid. That's the thing we have to do. We have to unlock the door, and we need a key somehow. And Shimsy could grab it. You're not wrong. But Shimsy can also grab a flamethrower and something else. So I'm just like looking at the guys, at you guys, and I'm just like slowly taking out my like gun. And I'm just like, we okay with this one? Are we all right? We good? And as soon as he like is starting to get out, or right before he even like when he's who is the blue one? Navu. When he's closest to Navu, I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna shoot him.
All right. So let's see. Go ahead and roll the attack, and I will get this going.
Okay. I told 100% remember.
And now we're in this. I love it.
Attack this with her. I'm just gonna shoot. I'll think about how the rest of it works later. Cool. I'm going to use all my guns do the same damage, eh? Oh, this is arc damage. I will choose that gun. It's the arc pistol. Ooh, which I'm assuming I click this. I rolled a 2. Okay. A hard 2. Oh wait, I can't roll that gun. Non-professional. What does that mean?
Non-proficient.
What do you mean I'm non-proficient? It's a pistol.
That's weird. Let's not do the -4 on that. So you did roll
it's still a 6.
Yeah.
Still garbage, but just like don't kick me while I'm down.
Yeah, right, exactly. No, so you let's see here. So you pull out your pistol to get a shot off, but he was already in motion heading towards the door. So your shot did kind of arc through where he was standing, but is now at the door. Your pistol shot hits the wall with a crackle. How do you play it before rolling initiative?
Very true to my name. I'm just going to yeet over behind where Namu is. I don't try to play it anyhow. I just shot a gun. I do knows which guns are. I need to not be here. So I'm just like, all right.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah. Roll initiative. Joe, I got you. Mackenzie, I have Joe's initiative.
Excellent.
Initiative.
For everyone who is watching, you may see Mackenzie's screen pop on and off every once in a while. Mackenzie is checking stats on her phone.
Yes. I have like my laser pistol, so I am right here. So hopefully I'll be okay.
Hopefully I wrote it out properly so you could understand.
Oh yeah, for sure. I literally was like, I just need to know what that one weapon does. So I'm gonna just go. That's what I just went to go grab it, and now I have the dice I need for it.
Nice. I mean, unless you want to hurl grenades in a small enclosed room. I mean,
I think that sounds pretty choice.
There are choices. Lots and lots of choices here. All right, so Lieutenant Ewan wheels around and already has their hand on their... Let's see here. What weapon do I want to use for him? Oh, okay. So it's either a flamethrower or a frag grenade.
My argument would be not the flamethrower because they were working on documents. That would be a whole lot of work they have to redo.
Fair enough. Yes. No. So he wheels around and pulls his Doshko off his back, and holds it out and says, "I thought you were here to deliver a training." And...
I am. What's going on? I say.
All right. It is now.
Should be mine and
Shimsy's turn.
So Shimsy is going to hold their turn until the lieutenant starts to attack someone because she's hidden, and after getting hurt, she's going to stay hidden. Like, Yi, what? what happened? Like, I look around, and where is the damage from this gun going off?
So it's on the wall to the north. There's some cabinets and some bench seating along the wall. It's just to the right of the east or northwest cabinets.
And it wasn't a static arc pistol, so it's like electric damage?
Yes, it is an arc pickle, and there is electric damage.
Shut up. Right now. So, that's not gonna help us like connect the AV. I don't know. What are you doing? I don't understand. Look, as an engineer myself, well, as someone who's taken an engineering 101 class, I know that shooting electricity at a wall does not make an outlet. And I don't know, roll bluff.
It's like, it may not make an outlet, but it sure helps to jumpstart some cables back there.
Did those attach to the table? Will this make the hologram easier to manipulate?
Well, hopefully. There's power not being used inside these walls. It's so obvious. I mean, just look at how bright this light is compared to the lights that are out there in the hallway. Noticed that when I came back, I was like, whoa, why is this room so dark? You know?
Oh. So, like, Lieutenant, I'm so sorry. It really looks like this was just a misunderstanding.
Roll bluff?
Sure. That's going to be 19.
All right, so he is indifferent to you. You just shot a pistol at you, or you just shot a pistol at him, and you're trying to cover that up. With a 19, yeah. So he looks at the wall. Okay, I'll give you a fair shot at this. I'm gonna do a sense motive.
Cool.
Let's see here.
Wait for the plus 20 on this one.
Don't bring the
Right.
back.
Okay, so here's what happens. With the 14 that he rolled, he's like, okay, I guess you should get your equipment checked. That is faulty equipment. It could really hurt someone. And he turns around and walks out the door.
I just give Yi the side eye. I'm like, really? Really? I mean, if we're going to do this, can we at least do it right? I mean, if we're going to shoot him, let's really shoot him.
All right. So you just kind of got yourselves out of a combat sitch. Good job.
So, Dr. Joe, can you get into Nib's cell? Is that locked from the outside?
Oh, sure.
The door's open!
The door's
Did it?
open?
No,
To
where
Nib's
the
cell?
guy just went!
Also, we don't know that's Nib, right?
No, we do.
Well, yeah.
I do.
Yeah, Dr.
guess
Joe definitely knows that's Nib.
Which
I
door
don't
did he
know
go
that.
out of?
He
Did
went
he
out.
go in where the cells are?
Yeah,
And-
so he went through the door, and it closed behind him. So don't worry about it
Oh.
being open. I'm sorry, I did not describe that.
No, because it was open before when Yi went through it, so...
That's fair. That's fair.
So if you ask if I can open it, I say, "Oh yeah, of course." And I pull out my pistol. What does the lock look like? Is it like a normal lock or is it like a space lock?
It is a space lock, if you will. No, so there's looking at the door, there is a small window on the door, like you would see in some sort of facility, and it's a metallic door. There are no handles or anything on it that you can see. Roll. Do you have? I think you have engineering. You have a +1.
Oh, maybe I'll roll d20. I'll just add 1, I guess. That's a 4.
Yeah, so this is a door, and you
okay,
see a pad on the
Well,
side
the
of the
door.
door. A lot of doors that you walk up to just open for you, and you're just used to that happening all the time. And so I pictured Dr. Joe walking up to the door and it not opening, and then looking a little confused and saying, I think it's locked.
It must be locked. I mean, right now, my plan is just to shoot the keypad, but point blank. But I don't know if that will ruin our chances of getting in, or...
Are those, like computer checks or like engineering checks?
I could give you both or either.
Joe's holding the pistol you gave her that she's never used before to it and going, "This is my plan, unless anybody else is better at this kind of stuff."
It's like, well, I can try to. Oh, that's up in her voice. I'm tired. I could try to like, I don't know, go try to like pop the lid and start messing with some wires.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I told you all this. Nib, everybody, Nib. She can hear you, but still.
Nib doesn't actually even seem to notice that you're there. You can assume that she can't see out the window.
I was just going to ask if it's a two-way mirror.
We could probably break the mirror. Are we getting crazy here?
I'm gonna start popping the lid on this, and I'm just gonna try to hack my way in before we start getting a little bit crazy.
Let's let Yi try to open the door, and when in doubt, I do have a maul.
Perfect, yeah.
My kind of
But
person.
you don't have a
Tree?
Doshko.
Individual.
Soon.
So, so Yi's using engineering. Okay. With the 17, you get in there, you see a lot of the wires that look similar to ones on the GD Hoopty, and you're like, okay, I think I got this. And so you're attaching some of the wires together, a couple sparks fly, you hear some electronic whirring noises, and then everything kind of just continues whirring as normal. It doesn't seem to have taken.
Oh, well, that was my try. At least it's the non-destructive route. Well, anybody else want to give it the old hoopty try?
Is there a computer terminal somewhere?
Yeah, the door panel itself is hooked up to hooked up to a data pad, so you could try to hack in.
Sure.
I can try. Or
Like, I'm totally willing to help.
let's see what we can do.
Every time I help, I tend to roll like ridiculously. Oh, good. I didn't even roll enough to help this time. I feel much better. That's a straight roll for you. Okay. Now,
That's an 11. I don't think I helped any either.
Yeah, the computer system is it's a police station computer system, so the door controls are fairly locked out.
oh no, we're sorted by using a Mac. Oh, it's the worst.
Should I just...
Well, it is the third option. So, like, let's.
Or, I mean, I could try to get it out of Mims, but, might be a long shot.
I think if we involve Mims further, we may lose our opportunity.
I will shoot.
As you're going to do that, I want to see if I can open up this other door heading north. Just see if it opens, if it's locked.
If we can get outside.
I'm gonna try and open the other door behind us, or behind me, like right here, just to see.
Cool. Yeah, we're just going to try and open all the doors.
Oh my God! Give your GM
You
a
can
minute.
shoot.
There are 2 new rooms that I have to open up. 1 second.
Well, you don't have to open them if we fail at unlocking the door.
I can shoot the keypad, then just no one goes in a room. Maybe that'll help.
Bedrooms and hallways. This is one of my favorite movies, and this is just what it feels like suddenly. Just opening all the doors, going into different bedrooms. It's cool. Everything's fine.
Okay, so we're going to take this in initiative order.
Okay.
So Ronnie just did something. Yi, okay, you're opening the doors to the your vehicle parking.
Yeah, just see if they open up, you know?
They do. They open. You see out into a drive area. There's a high fence that surrounds the lot, and 2 police cruisers.
I crane my neck to see where the exit is.
If you step outside and you look towards the right, you see a gate, a 10-foot wide gate. And looking up at the wall, you see a camera, and you don't see another one, but you can assume that the building has a lot of different surveillance.
Yeah, from just our previous scouting. I just expect myself to see cameras all over the place.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to move on to Dr. Joe Pepper. What does Dr. Joe Pepper do?
I am point blank shooting the keypad.
Awesome. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for this one, because this is kind of fun. Do an attack roll on it.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
Okay. This is kind of what I wanted to see. So with your 20, the groundwork that Yi put into place with all the wires being kind of twisted and connected, it just needed that jump start, that little hot wiring action going, and that the pistol blast did it, and the door slides open. Inside, you hear a Yosoki voice being like, "This is criminal! You can't just keep me in here!"
I stick just a leg in, and then I stick a head in, and I go, "Hey, Nibsy."
Oh, it's you. So I guess you checked your messages.
Oh, no, I didn't. What's up?
All of a sudden, you start hearing wing, 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 wing.
Sometimes your humor is exhausting.
And I just lean against the door like I did when I first met the party, and I'm like, "We're busting you out. Come on, you gotta go."
Nib raises an arm. I'm kind of bound up here.
I'm resisting a lot of jokes, and I walk in. What are they bound by?
So she has basically handcuffs. She's handcuffed to the table.
Both hands?
Just one.
Okay.
To the table.
Mm-hmm.
I look at my pistol and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I'll lean out and I'll be like, "Does anybody know how to open up handcuffs?" Can't say
I could snap the chain with my sword.
We're thinking. Let's.
There's no sort of lockpicking in this game, right?
There is, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it.
Yeah, me either.
So let's go the fast way. Do either of you, and Navu is looking between Yi and Thrani, want to procure a ride out?
So at the same time, I'd be opening this door, so I can't answer until I know what's on the other side.
So let's bounce back to that tableau. So Thrani opens a door and sees a quarters. I'm sorry?
Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If we're going in initiative order, I did not go.
That's true. Okay. So as Yi is opening the door to go outside, and as Dr. Joe Pepper is shooting the lock, what is Nabu doing?
Trying to hack the computer.
Perfect. Okay, so go ahead.
See if my second computer's roll will be any better. Oh, please. Oh, please. Hey, dirty 20!
Perfect. So with your 20, what are you trying to accomplish?
Security system. How to shut down and wipe.
Ooh, okay. So you get into the security system, and the cameras, you notice a lot of surveillance. When you do find footage of you all entering the building, There aren't really any cameras that you notice on the inside of the facility itself. There is one camera in the cell block area, but otherwise they're just door logs.
Okay. I still want to wipe the footage of us coming in.
Okay.
If there's footage of Yi in the hallway, and if it's possible to loop the footage in the parking lot.
Okay, roll one more computers check.
Okay.
And since you're already in, I'll give you a +5 to it.
Ooh, hell. Let's see what that does. That's a 28!
Fantastic. Yep. You are able to purge whatever data that you find incriminating, and you were able to set up a time loop for the cameras that are facing the parking area. Brilliant.
Excellent.
So Navu is hovering over the data terminal, hacking away. I picture her or them glowing a bit as they're doing so. They're kind of just in the matrix.
They're also probably at Graviton level 1.
Yeah.
If you'll give me that. Give me the situation.
I will give you the situational bonus with that. Okay. And so as this is occurring, as E's checking out the parking area, as Dr. Joe Pepper is firing on the door to open up the interrogation cell, and as Navu is entering the matrix, Ronnie opens a door. And they see a rather Spartan commander's type quarters. The round room rises to a half dome 20 feet above, ringed by a large frosted windows that let in light. A 10-foot high half wall divides one portion of the ground level into a sleeping area and a bed and a washroom. The other portion is a large office and study with an ornate desk, stuffed chairs, and shelves displaying photos and mementos.
Like, Navu, this is their personal quarters. I'm gonna go check it out, and I'm just gonna dodge in because, you know, as I'm going in, I'm checking out the bed. Is it made? Are they, you know?
Yeah. The bed looks like it has been slept in, but made. Yeah.
And then I want to check out the computer, the desk they've got going to see if there's anything on there of use. Are there keys? Is there a data pad? Is there anything on there that would be useful? Are there keys to the vehicles?
Yeah, so I roll an investigate. How does go?
Nope.
Nope, it is not. Fine.
Closest we get is culture, apparently.
Let's do perception then.
Okay. Are you sure we can't do culture? How about acrobatics?
Nope. Neither of those will work for me.
Well, perception won't work for me. That's a 4.
Okay. I mean,
can I have Shimsy roll something?
So in the AP, there isn't a check tied to this. I just kind of wanted to give you an opportunity to see if you could find more out. But I think you're kind of hurried. I'll let you have a take 10 with that. You are hurried, okay, but you're not like under the gun.
Sure.
You're searching through the desk, and you do find 2 key fobs.
Okay. I have no idea what they're for, but I've got them.
Yeah, you don't know what they're for yet. Perfect.
Sure. Is there? I guess there's nothing really else of interest. So I'm just going to leave their quarters, and I'm going to bring the keys to Yi because I believe Yi is going to know what to do with them more than I will as an engineer.
Sure. Let's catch up to where we are in time now.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the key fobs and you come back in. What does Yi do after finding the parking area?
I'm about to like start speculating how to do this spec ops where the cameras won't see me. When I turn around and I see Navu fucking just plugged in, so I'm just like, oh well, she probably has that covered. And then I'm thinking, all right, how am I gonna hotwire these cars? I'm trying to think back in my memory, and then I see Thrani come out holding a set of keys, and I'm like, all right, well, don't have to I was looking forward to hot wiring it, but that's cool. It's cool, Sometimes you got to do it the easy way. So I'm gonna go out, and I'm gonna start inspecting the cars. Do I have piloting? Oh, I do have piloting. Is that piloting?
Piloting is that would be piloting.
Hey. And so I started inspecting the car. Oh boy. Oh, okay, no, it's fine. Whew. Almost lost that map. I go out and I start looking at like how many seats are these? How secure is this?
Yep. So looking at the cars, go ahead and roll. You don't need to roll. Looking at the cars, you see that aside from the pilot seat, there are one front passenger and 2 back passenger seats.
So it's a 4-seater.
A 4-seater. Yep.
All right. So I'm thinking, all right. So that's me, Ronnie, Navu, Joe Pepper. Oh, but then there's also but we're both small, but I'll probably be driving. So
we agreed
Navu's pretty
that
big.
it would fit 4 people or 3 medium-sized people and 3 children in a trench coat. That's what we agreed last time.
Yes. I will accept that. It will be very tight.
But a Yusoki on the lap.
You also have Therese out in the front.
Who? Oh,
2 Yusokis on laps.
I mean, are you going to put the 3 X's in back?
I would love to put all 3 X's in the back.
That sounds amazing.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what I want.
I'm having flashbacks to my real life experiences. Oh no.
I also have piloting, so we could take 2 cars if we really wanted to.
But the moment I think 3 X's in the back, because I'm like, okay, there's all of us, and we'll fit. And then I'm like, oh, Therese. I'm like, how are we gonna make? And then like, oh, we could have 3 X's in the back. Oh yes, we're doing that. That's what we're doing. I don't even think about the cars anymore. I just go and check the gate to see how to open it.
You approach the gate, and it looks like it has a sensor lock on it. If you want to do a quick non-investigation, engineering or computers check or culture check, any of those will work.
All right, I'm assuming this is my highest one, but I'm just gonna check. Yep, it's my highest one. Oh, good. We out here.
Yep, your 11 is higher than average, and given your knowledge of engineering and crafts and vehicles and things like that, you can assume that it's keyed to open and close with the vehicle itself.
All right, that's dope. I'm ready.
Awesome.
I get on and I just like start, or I don't get on yet. I go and I wait for Thrani to give me the keys.
Perfect. All right, so next, Dr. Joe Pepper, you are in the interrogation room with Nib.
Yes, I think we're gonna snap the handcuff chain, I believe.
So you were going to go and get Nabu's help with that?
Yes.
Okay.
So how do you want me to do this? Because Nabu will go in and pull out a sword from you don't want to know where. Goran Solarian hammer space.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think that Dr. Joe's looking at Nabu, and a sword just manifests itself. And you can roll. Just do an attack roll. Don't score below an 8.
Okay.
If you kill Nib,
Oh.
I can't
What?
see.
I have proficiency. Okay. What the fuck is that?
Something is wrong here. Something is really wrong with the rolls.
Okay, hang on. Let me do this the other way since it's being stupid.
Yep, please do.
What
21.
Was the roll? Okay.
It was a 2, and for some reason it put a -4 penalty on it. But
Yeah.
I have proficiency with martial weapons.
Yeah, something's off with the proficiencies. I'll have to figure that out later. Okay. So yeah, we will accept the 21 perfectly. So you describe how that looks.
I imagine Navu will come around the table and thread the sword under Nib's arm with the blade pointed towards Navu and just pull the blade through the chains.
Perfect.
Through the handcuff chain. With a don't move. For good measure. Because I don't know how long the chain is, but from your pantomiming earlier, I imagine there's at least a foot there.
Yeah, there's a small lead on the chain. And
Okay.
there's some tinkling of the split metal, and Nib lets out a faint beep. Oh, thank you. I've been in here for hours.
So we've heard. My friends and I know Therese. We were the ones who were bringing her here.
Well, this'll be awkward.
Oh, it has been. Don't worry. But we're saviors now, and I try to do a twirl with my laser pistol and clumsily almost drop it. Then I put it back.
That finesse. All right.
Well, I believe we should go sooner rather than later.
I agree.
All right. And Nib pushes back the chair, and it's like, so when I was here last, there were several guards up front. How are we getting out of here?
Through the back door. That is
We
convenient.
got a car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're stealing Mom's car. Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
Awesome.
Nice.
And Nib follows y'all out. So let's. Here, how does this look? Let's talk about the exit from the facility.
Imagine we walk out and Thrani and Yi are already in the front of the car.
Thrani is still in the guy's bedroom at this point.
Oh, I thought you came out.
Yeah, I thought you had
I
come
was,
out.
but then you cut back, so I was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, because Yi got the keys from you. I thought
that
you had
happened.
exited the room. Yeah.
Okay, I said I was going to, and you were like, well, let's cut to Yi first. And I was like, okay, cool. So, yeah, if that's the case, then I would also be there. And I would probably be getting in a different car because I would want to drive. So we'll just take 2.
Well, we could have you driving, and then Navu and Yi in the passenger, and then me and my wives in the back.
Whatever works.
Okay. So.
I feel like we're more trackable if we have 2 cars.
yeah. But it might not be a bad idea to take the keys to the other one with us.
Well, we don't even know that that's what we have, do we?
Fair.
Yi checked it out, I imagine, when she took the keys out to the car.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you're able to get into the cars. How did that conversation go between Thrani and Yi about driving?
Thrani always drives. So
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, but this is my jam.
Awesome.
Well, it's also is the vehicle equipped for a Yosoki driver?
I think they're police vehicles. They are modifiable for most species.
Yeah, there are lots of different controls. They have buttons for medium-sized humanoids and bipeds, and yeah. So there are several different settings.
I think getting in, I would key in the species trait for Patra just to set the seats right, and do the same thing for. I'm assuming Yi is going to be my co-pilot because they also have piloting, so set the secondary front seat for them. I guess. What are we doing there?
We're doing another Moot and Sprocket.
Oh, cool. So then I'd set it for the Goran.
Perfect. Yep. The seat slides back, and Nib comes out and looks at Joe and says, "You didn't even know I was here. How did you get the information that I was here?"
Well, I showed up like you asked me to, and kind of ran into these folks, and
Okay,
I wasn't going to say no to helping you out.
who are these folks, and how did they get involved?
I think they're friends with Tress, right? Is that her name? As far as I can tell. They're all very chaotic and fun. I like them.
Some vague recognition finally passes over Nib's eyes and is like, oh yeah, this is messy.
I also literally just said that.
Okay, yeah, Nib is trying to catch up. All right. Okay, where is Therese?
Out front, I think. She didn't come in with us.
Okay, and she gets into the back with Joe, and y'all, I guess, drive to pick Therese up.
I think we have to.
It is the polite thing to do.
Could we?
There's only 2 seats in the back, right?
Yeah, so there's it's like a bench, so you can probably slide in and over. There are some restraints, some seatbelt type things.
I'm just trying.
Why are there restraints in everything we do? What is that?
It is a police vehicle.
Yeah, so was the pleasure vehicle, and it had a restraint area.
It had a brig that we turned into a bondage dungeon.
Because everything was available.
I just go where y'all want me to go. You were leading me.
Fair enough. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Why don't we send Therese a message to meet us a couple blocks over that way? Just away.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of swinging around out front where the guns may be from the watchtower.
I would just reach over to Yi and take the captain post-it off and hand it to Navu. Because I think it's time for Navu to be captain again, since Yi and I are piloting.
While Navu is just kind of ticking away on their rig, sending Therese a message with a GPS of meet us here. It's 3 blocks away.
Perfect. Therese responds in the affirmative. And I guess, Thrani, roll me a piloting check.
Roll you as a piloting check. Please stop being crappy rolls. Please. Could you? I have a +8 on this.
Yep.
Oh, good. A 24.
Wonderful. Yeah, so with the 24, describe how you exit the police in checkpoint Labu.
Did you say Navu?
Labu.
Okay. So I've got questions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at these cars, and they look pretty narrow. Am I right?
They're about the size of a mid-size sedan.
So I could technically drive it in through the doors that we exited and just keep trying to go out through the front door with the car, doing damage to the police station.
Okay, so if I'm understanding
you
correctly...
I'm totally not doing this at all. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to see the look on Steph's face at the complete bullshit I was trying to do. No.
True statement. I wasn't listening.
Oh, good.
I'm like, I mean, I can yes and this shit, but you're not gonna go very far.
The thing is, I really want to get these presents for my crewmates. So anyway, yeah, no, I would just go out through the side exit if we can get it open. Is that a computer's check? How do we do that? Is Navu still?
So when you pull the car back and then pull it forward towards the gate, the gates actually slide open for you.
Oh, beautiful. So I'll do that. And do we have to go through the checkpoint gates as well? How do we get out of here?
With your magnificent piloting check, there is a navigation system built into the police cruiser. When Navu messaged Therese suggested after she gets picked up to drive back to her place.
Okay.
So you have that point of location to navigate to.
Yeah, we'll stop. We'll pick up Therese, and then I guess have the discussion on where we actually want to go, because I don't think we want to lead them back to Therese's place.
Roll a culture check. Go ahead, Yi. Or PB.
Before we get out of the place, we gotta. Did we get the passcode thing to go back into the jail cells? Totally forgot there was a guy in there.
The Akeshti dude?
Yeah. Do you want to get that guy out, or we're just gonna leave him there?
Now I feel bad. I probably could have just popped that open as a distraction.
No, fair.
Because he was totally in there with that guy.
Didn't he seem kind of like
Creepy?
unhinged or something? Yeah, there was something weird about him.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't responsive. He was kind of shivering a bit.
Oh,
not
I don't
in a
know why I
great
thought of him
place.
as creepy.
Because he was like in like the dark corner, just
Yep,
like
in the dark corner. I think I remember saying that Yi heard some muttering. Yi was invisible at this point, though, so he didn't respond to Yi being there.
Yeah, we know nothing about this person unless Navu accidentally pulled up their records as they were going through getting the other stuff. So if he mentions it in passing and wants to stop, I mean, I'm all about seeing if this thing has guns and shooting our way in. I don't care.
I mean, I'm down for whatever. I'm just reminding us that there was a prisoner there that we could have gotten, but like we're cool.
Do you want me to go back and unlock the door as a distraction?
No, it's cool. I just wanted us to remember that there was a guy back there. We don't have to do anything about.
I mean,
All right.
could you black hole the wall and make an escape route for them?
We're on the other side of the building, aren't we? I'm not quite sure where they are.
Thoughts? No?
Yep. So you're on the east side of the building. The prison cells are on the cell block is on the west side of the building.
So it's just driving around the captain lieutenant quarters to the other side.
Now, Nabu said that that they did loop the cameras in the parking area. Not necessarily any of the other cameras.
Well, I'm down with whatever. So, what are we doing? 3, 2, and I start driving to Therese. That's what I know we're doing. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
so
Perfect.
I'll have to pick up Therese. And let me do that culture check. All right, so that's a 23.
Oof.
What it's supposed to tell me?
You are cultured, my friend. Yeah, so you, as you're driving past in the police cruiser, you see all of the Sunrise Collective soldiers kind of out and about on the streets. And even before you pull up to any checkpoints, They pull any barriers aside and let you through. They wave you on without even looking at you with a second glance. It seems that this police cruiser has kind of given you blanket authority.
So, I think this is like our ticket into where they're actually keeping people.
At that mention, Nib kind of perks up and says, "Oh, yes, they took all of the governing people to the clear light bubble."
So they haven't executed them?
No, they've just restrained them.
And the armed forces?
As far as I can tell, they're disorganized.
No, I mean the police force that they have taken place of. This is clearly not Sunrise Collective property. It's Asana Town.
Some have joined the Sunrise Collective. The others who have backbone have joined some resistance groups. But it's all very chaotic right now. It's hard to tell.
Do you know where we could find one of these resistance groups?
Not really. I was picked up at a checkpoint. I couldn't restrain myself from telling off one of these Sunrise Collective people.
Fair. We've caused our fair share of issue. Does the name Tash mean anything to you, Nib?
No. Can't say that it does.
And Navu will kind of go through their pack and pull out the allegiance collar. Have you seen anyone wearing one of these?
Oh, that's fascinating. And she reaches forward through the pass-through window. May I?
I wouldn't put it on, but yes.
And she takes it and turns it around in her hands, looking it over, and like, oh, this is fascinating. This reminds me of some things that we've seen, the deep cultures. It can prove some of our theories, and she gets very animated.
Like, that's super cool and all, but what about all those other people? Are we helping them? Or...
I would like to.
Things can't really be brought back into order unless we set things straight here. And the first step to doing that would be to free the governing bodies.
Perhaps there'd be a way to contact these resistance groups and have them join us on an attack to the clear bright sphere.
Maybe. Perhaps. I'm exhausted. Let's get back to Teresa's and we can discuss this further after some refreshment.
So I would probably drive us somewhere and ditch the car not at Teresa's. So we still walk a ways, but not so far that I think we'd get in trouble, but far enough that the car won't be, if they have a tracker on it, won't be tracked right to us.
Yeah. So I imagine you were able to get to Bulwark Plaza without any problem whatsoever. And yeah, there is definitely a side alley that you can stash the car.
I will do so.
And with that, it is a great time for us to pause and take a quick break. Thank you all so much for staying with us and joining us on this amazing mission. We will be back in about 5 or 10 short minutes.
Hello, I am Kelrick, and you can find me here every other Saturday. On alternating Sundays, I am running a Numenera campaign with Kenny and a couple other people who are really awesome. On Monday nights, you can find me on the Beholder's Eye channel doing Pig Smoke game, which is powered by the Apocalypse, and I get to play a super, super snarky teacher who actually sounds a lot like Dr. Pepper. So that was a nice callback. It's been real hard not to take on that way of speaking this whole game. And that's about it for now, but I think that's enough. It's really fun.
Awesome.
At Cormelon and at EQ Points.
Thanks, Kelric. And Steph.
Yeah, I'm Steph. You can find me on Twitter at Steph_Bard. On November 2nd, you will actually catch me at GameholeCon. And if folks find me and say hi, I may actually have some Starfinder patches that I commissioned to hand out to folks. So, keep watch for me on the dealer's floor. And I've also got some other fun things coming down the pike that I can't quite announce yet, but keep watch on my Twitter for when I'm able to talk about it. It's some fun things coming down the pike.
Awesome. That's exciting. I can't wait to find out what you have going on. And Mackenzie.
Hey, yeah, I'm Mackenzie. You can catch me or find me at Mackenzie Wilkes on Twitter and Instagram. Mostly I'm on Twitter. I'm not as much of an Instagrammer right now. But obviously I'm here every other Saturday, as well as every other Wednesday. Podcast I'm in called Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice releases. A lot of content. We've been recording a lot of very fun one-shots recently, one of which I DM'd. So our Halloween one-shot's coming out. So that's very exciting and silly. And then we're figuring out what our editing capabilities are, but on most Wednesdays I also do there's also a stream I do called Rise of the Demigods, twitch.tv/godsfall or at demigodsfall on Twitter. Those are kind of my shows. Other than that, I do if you check my Twitter out, I do a decent amount of live shows coming up in Chicago and the greater Chicagoland area with Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice. So if you want to come say hi in real life, I am doing a bunch of random shows all over Chicago, so come say hi.
Awesome. And now I wish I were living in Chicago. And PB.
Hi, I'm PB from at PB Plays Inside, where you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I do variety streaming over on my channel. And also the occasional fun practice on fantasy map making. Am I doing anything else? Really. You could just, come hang out on Twitter, see what there is to see. I, occasionally ask a fun question that I like to just get answers to, like what color is chartreuse? Because I definitely thought it 100% remember it being a different color, but apparently in this world it's a different color. So like we out here. It's green, by the way, apparently. Not maroon, which is weird.
Awesome. Thanks, PB. And again, my name is Kenny. You can find me on Twitter at PunderDrone. For everything Experience Points, please follow us at EQ Points. That is where we do all of our announcements and all of our fun things and stuff. Again, I sincerely appreciate you joining us today, and we look forward to streaming with this wonderful cast in the future. Take care for now, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to ExQueeriencePoints Starfinder. If you're looking for more TTRPG podcasts in your life, we recommend checking out our sister podcast, Roll to Fail. There are 6 friends who have no business behind the mic or rolling dice. If you like what we've created, then you should check out the other 2 podcasts on our network. Cumanera, an adventure utilizing Numenera, releases every other Friday. This unlikely team is working for the Order of Truth to help communities under the influence of the strange and weird effects of Numenera. Pun Times is a collection of short-run TTRPGs. Our first season is a horror system called Slasher that utilizes Fate Core and is now available as a monthly podcast. Keep watching our Twitter for when we finally reunite to stream our finale. You can easily find all of our Experience Points podcasts on our website, ExQueeriencePoints.com. Until next time, Adventure Hookers.